I found this wood circular round from Walmart. It's a 16-inch diameter, and I got it for about $6. And I'm going to start by priming the entire thing with some Wise Owl white primer. Now you can pick any circular round of your choice. If you just have an unfinished wood one, that will work as well. I'm going to allow that to fully dry, and once that is dry, I'm then going to go on top of it with some Wise Owl Snow Owl. This is just the Wise Owl white. And I did 2 coats of the Wise Owl white. You want this to dry really well. I'm going to take my sandpaper, just do a very light sanding just to smooth out the paint. I'm going to remove the dust, and I'm going to apply some Wise Owl 1 Hour Enamel Clear. This is the top coat we have the best success with when applying a transfer. So you just want to do 1 top coat of the 1 Hour Enamel Clear. I'm going to be using my America transfer. Transfers can be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. This design size, when put together, measures 23 by 30 inches. And I'm going to start by just marking an inch above the bottom slat of the board. Now you do not want to move to this step until your 1 hour enamel has fully dried. I'm going to start with the stripes of my American flag, and there is a white protective backing. You want to remove that, and you're going to lay the transfer down onto your board. Now do not lay it down until you're certain that's where you want it, because once it is placed down, you cannot lift it back up. I'm then going to take the wood transfer tool that comes in the transfer, and I'm going to rub on my transfer. Now for me, sometimes it's easier just to remove all this excess transfer, and I'm keeping it on the white backing just because I can use that towards another project. And then as you rub, the clear sheet will lift and your transfer will stay on your project. And then I'm going to finish the other portion. I'm just cutting what I need because I really can use some of this transfer on another project. I decided to tape the white protective backing down because as I'm trying to make sure I get the ends to meet very nicely, I don't want my transfer to stick down onto my board. So if I have that white protective sheet behind it, then I will not ruin anything. And then I will remove the excess transfer with a razor blade. So again, you're just going to rub on top of the clear sheet, and as you rub and lift that sheet, your image will stay down on your project. You want to make sure you're buffing this in very nicely so there's no lifting of the transfer. Next, I'm going to go to the star section. I'm just going to cut that out so it's easier to handle. I'm going to mark an inch from the bottom of the top slat, and I'm going to place the stars on the top portion of my board here. Now I will cut around any extra stars. Again, put that aside. You can use that towards another project. And then I'm going to lay the stars down. This covered the entire width of my circle, so I did not have to do 2 pieces like I had to do with the stripes. And I'm going to remove the excess with my razor blade. And any extra pieces of transfer you want to place back onto that white protective sheet. Now I'm going to take my transfer tool and I'm just going to rub onto the transfer. And you want to make sure you're rubbing enough. That's why we place the 1 hour enamel clear down before applying the transfer. It gives it a nice slick surface to adhere to. And you could take a cotton cloth and just rub in and buff your transfer. Now I do allow this to sit overnight or for a day or 2 before moving to this next step, which is going to be to apply your top coat of Wise Owl 1 hour enamel clear. If you want to place this outside, I do recommend doing a few coats of the 1 hour enamel clear. I have this welcome word I got from Michael's for $1.99, and I'm going to stain that with my General Finishes Antique Walnut Gel Stain. This is so easy to work with. You just apply it on and rub it into the wood, and then you can take a clean part of the paper towel and wipe off any excess. Now you have two options here. You could take a white rope and wrap it around the circle, or you could do a jute and wrap it around the circle. I really liked both. I did have a hard time deciding, so let me know what you would choose. I did end up going with the jute, and you can get this nice thick jute or the nice thick white rope right from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to cut it so that way it goes fully around my circle and the two ends of the jute meet at the bottom. I'm going to hold that in place with some hot glue. Now this step is totally optional. I just thought it kind of added a nice special touch to the board, and it also hides the edge as some of the transfer did fold over onto the edge. And then I'm going to measure so that way I can place my welcome in the center of the white section of the board. I'm going to hold that down with some E6000 and a little bit of hot glue. And there we go. Now we just have this really nice Americana welcome door hanger. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can also check out other tutorials over on our webpage as well. Have a great day.